Yeah, $250,000. That's the amount I was just approved for to help fund the side business that I have. And I want to help you get funding for your business too. But there's a catch. There's some things that people don't talk about, some things that you need before you apply for funding. The people who don't have these things get denied. But the people who do have these things literally triple their chances of getting funding. And I'm talking funding for all types of things like loans, grants, and more. And the first thing you need before you apply for funding is a low risk NAICS code. Yeah, Karan, what the heck is a NAICS code? Well, think of a NAICS code as the social security number for your business. That NAICS code tells everyone what your business does, similarly to how your social security number tells everyone who you are. And the SBA, the IRS, and other government agencies use the NAICS code to help classify your business. And here's something that you might not know. If the IRS believes that your business's tax returns don't align with other businesses in your same NAICS code, your return could be flagged for an audit. But there's more to the NAICS codes than just tax returns, because traditional and alternative lenders use your NAICS code to determine the risk of funding your business. And like the IRS, they use those NAICS codes and compare them to other businesses with the same codes. So banks look at other businesses with similar NAICS codes to see how they're doing. Are they making money, losing money? What are the risks? And that's how they determine, or one of the ways they determine, the risk level of funding you. And those in high risk industries have high risk NAICS codes and therefore have a rough time getting funding. At worst, they get denied funding, and at best, they get higher interest rates and unfavorable terms. So you want to avoid high-risk NAICS codes if possible. So what are some examples of high-risk NAICS codes? Well, some examples of high-risk and high-cash industries include auto dealerships, bars and nightclubs, cannabis dispensaries, guns and ammunition stores, pawn shops, real estate. Look, these industries typically have higher chances of fraud, loan defaults, and overall greater risks. But on the other hand, you have industries with low-risk NAICS codes, like accounting services, educational services, and legal services. And you may be asking yourself, what makes them low risk? And the answer is that these industries are tightly regulated, so there's less risk of loan defaults or financial crimes. And as a result, banks are a little more relaxed when lending to them. So your first task before you apply for funding is to choose a low-risk NAICS code that actually describes your business. Hey, so I'm over here editing the video, right? And I have some great news that I forgot to share in the video. Also, don't mind the background. I am redoing the office, okay? But the good news is that I'm starting a free newsletter called The Financial Few. And it's for the few of us, right, who want to grow financially and personally in life. And the best part is that in that newsletter, I'll be able to share some things that I can't necessarily share here on YouTube, right? Insights and wisdom from my businesses that does a couple of $1 million a year, my real estate portfolio, and life in general, right? That's a place you can connect with me. You can reply to the email, so on and so forth. Click the link in the description. And the next email coming out will be about all the places to get funding, kind of a supplement to this video. So join me in the newsletter and I'll see you there. Now, the second thing you need before you apply for funding is a commercial address. That's right. If you're going to apply for funding, always use a commercial office or retail address as the address for your business. And you should avoid using your personal address or even a PO box. And sure, safety is a big reason, right? You don't want any old body being able to say, look up your LLC's address and that be your personal address. Now they know where you live, but there's more to it. Banks and lenders tend to give the side eye to applications that use their personal address or a PO box. Now, that's not to say that you can't get funded with those things, but banks and lenders may assume that if you have a personal address, that means that you aren't that serious about your business, or maybe it's just a hobby. And therefore, your chances of getting funded are greater if you use a commercial office or address. You know, in this case, address for success. Okay, enough of the dad jokes. But speaking of addresses, it can be a virtual address. So let me know in the comments if you want me to make a video on the best places to get a virtual address for your business. Heck, if enough people want it, I'll go ahead and make the video. But the third thing you need before you apply for funding is a business bank account. Before you get the thumbs up for funding, most lenders will require you to have a business bank account. Lenders not only want to see that you're serious about your business, but they also want to know that you're not commingling business and personal funds. And trust me, lenders love organized finances because a business bank account makes tracking income, expenses, and cash flow, making their job and your job easier. And when that happens, something also happens as a result. You can easily show a healthy bank account and cash flow. It's like flexing your financial muscles. And if you want to know the best bank accounts for your business, I created an entire video on the subject, and I'll leave a link to it in the description. But there's one more thing you need before you apply for funding, and that's a DUNS number. Yeah, a DUNS number is a unique 9-digit number assigned by Dun & Bradstreet. I talked about them many times on the channel, and D&B is a major player in the business information world. They're the go-to source for many creditors to figure out your business's credit worthiness. They track payment histories, financial performance, and other key indicators that help creditors look at an overall picture of your business credit health. And creditors use them to report information to credit bureaus. And the sooner you get a DUNS number, the sooner you can start building your business credit, because lenders are more likely to fund businesses with great credit histories. So start now. And to help you start, here's how to get a DUNS number. Go to Dun & Bradstreet's website at dnb.com, click on DUNS number in the menu, then click get a DUNS number and go through the steps. Now, don't stop here. Do these things before you apply for funding, and then watch this video on every way to get a small business loan and get the funding you need for your business. I'm Karan from Life Accounting. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.